I think we could agree that those first 90 days in a new job are critical for creating a really good first impression, which, by the way, tends to stick. And those first 90 days are also the time that you want to establish a very good working relationship with your new boss. And that's what this video is all about. What are some things that you can do in order to ensure that you have a great relationship with your new boss? And perhaps also, if you're well past the first 90-day period with your boss, perhaps it's an opportunity to use some of these ideas and techniques to reset that relationship. Hello, my name is Stephen Wright. I'm a career coach here at Career Mentor, and we help high-performing financial services professionals make their next smart career moves. There are 5 things that I'd like to talk about. Let's go through them now. The first is the context. And here we have the idea that the only reason that you've been hired is that your boss has been given specific objectives that they must achieve in order for the enterprise to move forward. And your role is to help your boss achieve his or her objectives. So that with that in mind, it's useful for us to understand the context in which you're both operating. How well are you doing in terms of how is the company working in the market? How well is it doing versus its competition? What are the big initiatives that the firm has on deck right now? And also, what's most important to your boss? These are all really great questions that it'd be great to get some clarity so that you have the context within which you're operating. The second point is that it would be great to organize a first meeting with your boss on joining so that you can talk through the specific goals and objectives that they want you to achieve. Now, this may seem really basic, but you'd be surprised how many people I work with who are still a bit fuzzy or unclear about exactly what it is that they're to achieve over a 12 to 18 month time horizon. So getting clarity about this with your boss and agreeing what your objectives is an important first step. The next thing that I want to talk about is that you now have the opportunity to go away and create a basic plan which will help you to achieve those objectives, and then come back and present that plan to your boss in a second meeting. This has a number of good things working for it, and the first is that it gives you a second opportunity to clarify and to verify that the objectives that you think you've got from your boss are in fact correct and everything is clear and agreed. The second thing is that you have the opportunity to show your boss your new plan and get them to be involved, get their buy-in and so on. And finally, it's an opportunity for you to ask for the resources, perhaps the manpower, perhaps the systems and so on, the resources that you're going to need in order to achieve those objectives in the medium term within the time frame that they've got in mind. The next thing that is worth mentioning is that it would be worth asking your boss about the culture that they want to have, that they're trying to imbue in the area of business that they're responsible for, and also ask them what are the sort of behaviors that they want to see from you and from other people, and perhaps ask your boss in what way you can support them in engendering and fostering this particular culture. So ask behavior questions and culture questions so that the boss knows that you are on side with what they're trying to achieve and supporting them in that. The final point is on communication. All sorts of people like to be communicated in different ways, and it's important to understand how your boss likes to be communicated with and with what frequency. I've worked with some people who seem to have a WhatsApp relationship with their boss who talks in very short messages. Perhaps some bosses prefer to have a formal weekly meeting, or maybe just an email with some sort of reporting format that you give progress on all the initiatives that you're working on. So whatever it is, it's good to clarify exactly how they want to be communicated, whether it be text, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, or however, and also the frequency with which they want that communication. And that way you're working in their module, their mode of communication, which is going to be much more easy for them to deal with. And you know that you're communicating in a way which they're going to find easier to deal with. So there we go. Those are the points that I have for you. I hope you find that useful. With all of these points in mind, I'm hoping that you'll be able to establish a really good relationship with your new boss. You're on the same page, you're heading in the same direction, and that you're communicating really well with each other to achieve the agreed objectives. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, then welcome, and please do hit the subscribe button if you'd like to, and press the like button. And if you're watching this on LinkedIn, I'll be putting the blog that I wrote about this in the comments below, and please do feel free to share this with anybody who you may think might find this useful, and click the like button as well. It really helps us with the algorithms. So thanks very much.